Hello and welcome to this technical session today. We want to give a look on Microsoft Entra ID portal. To access the Microsoft Entra ID to manage users and groups, we have to open the Azure portal, and I will type here portal.azure.com to open our Azure portal. And for that, we need first to authenticate ourselves. I'm using here a test account to authenticate myself here on the portal, and I have also to type the password. Now when I want to sign in, I can then here sign in using my user account. Okay, now when I'm logged in using my user account, and we are now here on Microsoft Azure. Microsoft Azure is a quite big platform where we can manage Azure AI Foundry. We can manage all the Azure resources. We have portal like Copilot Studio. We can make data analysis with Data Explorer, Microsoft Defender, DevOps. There is a collaboration tools here for developers. But today we are focusing on Azure portal itself. On the Azure portal here, we can access the Azure Entra ID by connecting here on Entra. I can type here Entra ID. And on the Microsoft Entra ID, we have the possibility to manage different tenants in the same subscription. So we can come here on tenants and create a new tenant. But in this short demonstration, I just want to show you how to create a user in an existing tenant. Let us focus on our Contoso tenant. Yes, in this Contoso tenant, if I click here on home again, so we see on the left side that we have here manage. Under manage, we see the users and the group, so we can see all the users registered already into my tenant. And in this list of users, yes, I can select one user like Alex here and see all the description about this user. We can see the username, the email address, the user principal name. We can see the group where the user is member, the application assigned to this user, the role, the license of the user, and so on. So now, if we want to edit this existing user, we can click here on edit user properties, and so we can edit the user properties based on the tab you have here on the top. So we can look here on the identity, the job information of this user, the contact information, the parental control, and on-premise if it's an on-premise users, if it's connected to an on-premise environment. So here, when I come back and click on users again, I can just click here on new user if I want to create a new user. In that case, we have two possibilities. We can create an external user. An external user is when we have a user, for example, an external partner who already has its own tenant and manage the users in its own tenant. So we want to invite the user of this external partner to collaborate with our user in our tenant, and for that reason we need to invite this external user. For example, if I type here gel.tanko at, oh, here I need to add the add, so we can type, for example, gel.tanko at gmail, or I will type my company name chefforce7.com, and then I have to type here the full name Tanko, and then type here a message, please connect to my tenant, and in that case I can add here a CC, another recipient, another person that can receive this invitation. And when we click on review and invite, then it will first resume and check if there is an error in this invitation. And if I hit now on invite, then the user will receive an email with the message type here and with this link. Based on this link, the user can will be redirected to validate that he is ready to connect to our tenant. Yes, in this case, I will not hit on invite. Yes, because I just want to show you again how to create a normal user. So to create a normal user, I click on all users again and select here create the user, and in that case we have to fill the form where I have then to type the name and fill the complete set all the forms here. For example, I will type here for the user principal name, I will type the username. So with this account, now I would then take another one. I would type, for example, so at the end. Now let me take another user account. Here I would type Edmond as first name. There is something that's not created. I have to type the name here, and not existing username. So this is user principal name with our domain name. This will build the email address of this users containing our domain name. So we can type here the display name for this user, and in that case we have here auto generated password, or if I remove it I can type here an own password, but let me stay here with the auto generated password and copy the password here. Now we can add the uncheck this and then type here as password. I would type an undefined password here. Okay, this seems to be also a bit complex. I need a quite complex password that I will not forget. So I have for the username and the password for this user. And next is now to, now I can go here on, I can scroll down, I'll go to property, the properties, and on the properties I have to type here the first name. This is the first name, Miranda, and the last name is Snyder. Okay, for the job description or job title, I can type here help desk manager. And for the department, I can then type here operations as department. And the location, I will type here Germany. As location, I will type here Cameroon. So, and assignment, I can complete the form here and type here assignment. And in the assignment, okay, we can just go to create, so you can just fill all the information here on the property. You can go back here and see that on the basic we have the description of the user here, and then on the property we have here the description, the properties of this user. You can edit it again, or after creation of this user you can edit the properties and the assignment. You can go to review, and now we can create this user. It will take a bit time, but now when I come here and search for Snyder, you will see the user is created and it is now in our list. If I hit on Snyder, you can then see all the property of the user. We can add here a picture for this user. I can load a picture from the browser, and you can see here the principal name. The object ID is generated from the system. We see the date of creation of this user. User type is member. The identity is the tenant address, and you can see here if it's member of a specific group, the application assigned, the role assigned, and the license assigned to these users are described here. Okay, now this is one possibility to create a user. For other possibility to, okay, I think for today is enough. The next time I will show you how we can use PowerShell to create a user account. Okay, best thanks for our session today, and see you next time.